Hello, my dear children. Welcome to 10th standard second language English. Children, today let's start the new lesson, third lesson in your textbook, right? Third unit. And today we are going to deal with the third lesson, the gentleman of Rio and Medio. Look at the title of the lesson, Gentleman of Rio and Medio, which was written by, this lesson is written by Juan A. Cedillo. Juan A. Cedillo. We simply say him as Cedillo. Okay, guys, are you ready with your pen, paper, and textbook? I hope all of you have opened the textbook. Please open the textbook, page number 45, unit 3. The title of the lesson is Gentleman of Rio and Medio. It tells us about a man. What kind of man? Gentleman, right? He was a person who lives in Rio and Medio. It tells about him. Rio and Medio, it is a place. Rio and Medio, it's a name of a place. And in this place, the gentleman is living. Okay, this gentleman lives in this place. Gentleman. I hope you are very familiar with this word. Gentleman. Gentleman means, so in any functions, as we see in pictures, ladies and gentlemen, please attention, please, like this, right? What do you mean by this gentleman? Right? Sabhya, correct? Sabhya, Sambhavita, maybe in Kannada, right? Gentleman means a person who is very soft. Oh, look at here. Who is a gentleman? Gentleman. A man who is very soft. Tumba smooth, mrudu, soft and polite. This word is very important. Polite. Polite. And having a good nature, good manners, mainly good manners. And good nature, good manners, good manners, as we say. Gentleman means, gentleman is a person who will speak, or who is very soft, who is very polite, and is a person with good nature, and that person having good manners. Then the person who is having all these qualities, then we may call him as a gentleman, right? Ladies and gentlemen, yes, gentleman. That means behave well towards others. He behaves well. ಇತರರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ವರ್ತಿಸುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಮೃದುವಾಗಿ ವರ್ತಿಸ್ತಾನೆ, ಪೊಲೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ತಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಏನ್ರಿ ಅನ್ರಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡಿ ಏನಾಗೈ? ನೋ, that is not the way of the gentleman. Hello, ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Look at his language, look at his politeness, right? That is the gentleman. Gentle means soft and polite. Have you understood? Right. Gentleman is a person who is having a very polite and good nature. Polite and good nature. For example, what do we say? When we get help from any person, right? We used to say that what a great man he is, what a gentleman he is. He is a real gentleman. Why? Why we are going to say that person like that? So as he given us or given me a helping hand, right? He helps me, That is what I am going to say. So he is a very gentleman, right? Sambhavita, Sabhya, Susamskrita. We can say Susamskrita, having a good culture, good manners, good culture. That is why he is going to call us gentleman. The person who is soft, polite, good nature, good manners, good character. He is a gentleman. So the person who is having a good nature, polite, soft, he will be called as gentleman. It tells us about one gentleman. This lesson tells us about one gentleman of Rio and Medio. Where this person belongs to? He belongs to Rio and Medio. Right? Gentleman belongs to this place. This one is a gentleman who lives in Rio and Medio. Rio and Medio, it's the name of a place. Firstly, Rio and Medio is a place in New Mexico. Right? New Mexico ದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಒಂದು ಹಳ್ಳಿ. Right? Rio and Medio, and it is situated in United States of America. ಅಮೆರಿಕದ ನ್ಯೂ ಮೆಕ್ಸಿಕೋದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಒಂದು ಹಳ್ಳಿ. Right? It's a small village in New Mexico in United States. There we find this gentleman. Right? Where do we find this gentleman? We find this gentleman in Rio and Medio in New Mexico in the United States of India, United States of America. Right? In the United States. It's a beautiful, the lesson has a very beautiful story which was written by Juan A.A. Cedillo. Let's have a look about the author. He was born in the year 1902. He was born in the year 1902. So, 1902ರಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ್ಮ ತಾಳಿದಂತವರು in New Mexico. He was a lawyer. Look at this. This person, Juan A. Cedillo, he was a lawyer. Okay. As we all know, as a lawyers, they are having their own office, which the public may contact him. Right? Public may go and meet him to hand over their cases to the lawyer. That is why some lawyers having their own public office. Right? In the same way, this our author Cedillo is working as a lawyer. He is having a public office. A lawyer and held public office. This lesson is an interesting story, as I have already told. Interesting story based on the real incident. ನೈಜ ಘಟನೆ, ನಿಜವಾದ ಘಟನೆಯನ್ನು ಆಧರಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. This lesson is having a story. The story is the real incident. ನೈಜ ಘಟನೆ. What was that incident? So as he was a lawyer, so usually he deals with so many cases, right? So many cases were handled by the author, or we may call him as storyteller, right? Then, as it is a real incident, the author is sharing his actual legal case. What was the real incident here refers to? The legal case which was handled by the author. Right? Here, author is the first character. Let's have a characters of the story. First one, author means we may say as storyteller, right? Okay. Who is telling the story in this lesson? The author. That is why we call him as storyteller. Storyteller here refers to the author. Okay. Next one. Yes. Who was the person? Yes. Anselmo. We may call it old man. Old man. Who was the old man? Anselmo. Okay. Third one, Americans. So, what they are in this story? They are buyers of the land. Buyers of the land. Right? And at last, a dark young man Who is this? Is an assistant. We may call him as assistant of Anselmo. Assistant. So obedient man who works with always Anselmo. Right? So these are the four characters, main characters in the story. The storyteller and he is our author of the lesson. Old man here refers to Anselmo. Americans, okay, they are buyers of the land. ಜಮೀನನ್ನು ಕೊಂಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. And a dark young man, right? He is the assistant of Don Anselmo, right? Okay. So what the author is going to share here? The author has handled one legal case of his real life, right? So that case is going to be shared with the readers. ನಮ್ಮ ಓದುಗರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ನಿಜ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕೇಸನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಲೀಗಲ್ ಕೇಸ್, ದ ರಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ರೆಫರ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಕೇಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆರ್ ಯು ರೆಡಿ ಗಾಯ್ಸ್? ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ paragraph. First, I will read the paragraph. You go through my pronunciations, which helps you while reading, and after that, we have to discuss the new words which came across the paragraph, because so little bit Spanish words we are going to come across in the paragraphs, right? It's very difficult. We need a glossary. In glossary, the meanings are given. So with the help of this, we are going to understand what the lesson is. Are you ready? Okay. It took months of negotiation to come to an understanding with the old man. He was in no hurry. What he had the most of was time. He lived up in Rio and Medio, where his people had been for hundreds of years. He tilled the same land they had tilled. His house was small and wretched but quaint. The little creek ran through his land. His orchard was narrow and beautiful. Okay, my dear children. So here, while discussing, we came to know some difficult words. There only we are going to know the meanings. First, it took months of negotiation. First word comes negotiation. Negotiation means ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಸೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರನ್ನು ಕರೆಸಿ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ, ಮಾತುಕತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಅವ್ರನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೋಗೋದು, ಅವ್ರನ್ನು ಕರೆಸೋದು, ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಒಂದು ಬೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ, ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದ ಬಿಡೋದು, ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ ಕೊಡೋಲ್ವೋ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಆ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಗಂಡಿನ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಒಂದು ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೂರ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎ ನೆಗೋಷಿಯೇಷನ್, ರೈಟ್? ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್, ರೈಟ್? What negotiation means? Official discussion. It took months of negotiation to come to an understanding with the old man. With whom? With the old man. Was the old man here? Yes, Anselmo. So who is telling these words? Author. Storyteller is telling that it took months of negotiation to come to an understanding with the old man. ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತಿಂಗಳಾನ್ಗಟ್ಲೆನೇ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, right? What we had, he was in no hurry. The author is telling the story and he is saying he here refers to Anselmo, the old man. Old man was in no hurry. Hurry means unhurried. He is having no urgent. As he was old, he used to do the work very slow, right? He is having no urgency, slow in responding. Yes, old people used to do the same way, used to behave in the same way. He was in no hurry. What he had the most of was time. So he had a huge time. He lived up in Rio and Medio. He lived up in Rio and Medio, where his people had been for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. ನೂರಾರು ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು? His people. Look at here. His people. His people refers to. Here people refers. His people refers to his ancestors. ಅವನ ಪೂರ್ವಿಕರು, ancestors. Right? Our ಅಜ್ಜ ಇದಾನಲ್ಲ, old man, his ancestors, his people. He tilled the same land. Look at the word tilled. Tilled. Till means plow. Plowed, right? ಉಳುವುದು ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಹೊಲ ಉಳುವುದು. ಉಳುವ ಯೋಗಿಯ ನೋಡಲ್ಲಿ, right? ಉಳುವನು. The man who is plowing the land is called a farmer. So tilled. So he tilled the same land. Here we came to know that the old man was a farmer. Right? He tilled the same land. Same land. What his ancestors tilled. Right? ಅವರ ಪೂರ್ವಜರು ಉಳುತ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿದ್ದ ಭೂಮಿಯನ್ನೇ ಇವನು ಉಳುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. Right? He is tilling. He is plowing the same land which his ancestors plowed. He tilled the same land they had tilled. They here refers to ancestors. His house, look at here about his house. His house was small. How was his house? Whose house? Old man's house. His house was small, wretched and wretched. Wretched here we got the meaning unpleasant. It doesn't look good. Right? Wretched but quaint. But quaint. Again we go through the meaning. Quaint means unusual and attractive. Look at here, we got one prefix. Usual. Usual. Unusual. Usual takes the prefix unusual. Opposite in meaning. Sahaja, asahaja. Usual, unusual. Look at here. Quaint means unusual. Unusual. ನಂತರ ವಿಚಿತ್ರವಾಗಿದೆ, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾದಲ್ಲ. Unusual and attractive. It's not usual, but it's attractive. Right? Unpleasant, but it is attractive. Attractive, especially in an old-fashioned way. It's the house what this farmer, old man had. It looks unpleasant, but it is very attractive in a old manner, especially in an old-fashioned way. ಇದು ಯಾವುದು ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಅಮ್ಮ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇದು ನ್ಯೂ ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವನ್ನ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಹೌಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಲುಕ್ಸ್ ಗುಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ಪ್ಲೆಸೆಂಟ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ವೈಂಟ್. ಕ್ವೈಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ even though it looks unpleasant, it is attractive. And especially how it is attractive? It is attractive in a old fashioned way. ಹಳೆಯ ಮಾದರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Right? His house was small and wretched but quaint. Here we used three words here. Right? Which are those words? The words which are describing the house of the old man. Right? How was that house? If you ask a question, how was the old man's house? How was the old man's house? So we are going to use the words small, right? Quaint and wretched. These are the words which are describing his house. House, it's a noun. Yes? It's a noun. As these words are describing the noun house, then what do we call these words in parts of speech? Yeah? Correct. What do we call this? As we studied in the previous year, they are adjectives. Yes, my dear children, I know all of you know what is adjective. Yes, any would say what? Yes, describe the noun. Yes, you are absolutely right. What is adjective? Adjective is a word which tells about noun, which qualifies noun. Okay? Noun, not only noun or a pronoun. What is pronoun? Pronoun is a word which is going to be used instead of noun. Right? Adjective describes noun or pronoun. Right? How was the house? Oh, mane ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ we are going to describe. Right? Adjective. HSM is a teacher. Right? HSM is a teacher. Here there is no adjective with the word teacher. Teacher is the noun. Teacher is a noun and noun is only there. There is no adjective is there. If I wish, I may add. Whether it is negative or positive, whatever it is, whatever you add, it's your wish. Okay, HSM is a good teacher. Rama is a good boy. Look at here, boy. What kind of boy? Good boy. Good is the quality of Rama. Boy. Quality of the boy. That is why, which qualifies noun or pronoun, which we call adjectives. Here, small, quaint, ratchet. All these words are describing house, which would be considered as noun in parts of speech. That is why these are adjectives. Got it, my dear children? Let's move on. Small and ratchet but quaint. The little creek. Again we create another word, creek. A small narrow stream or river. ಸಣ್ಣ ನದಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಝರಿ ಅಂತ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ನೋಡಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನಾವು ಸಣ್ಣ ಹುಡುಗಿದ್ದಾಗ. ಝರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು. ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ನದಿ, stream. As a small stream we may say. The little creek, it was very small in size. Little creek ran through his land. Okay, there is a small river throughout his land. ತನ್ನ ಜಮೀನಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣದಾದ ನದಿ ಹರಿದು ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಝರಿ through his land. His orchard. Again we got another word, orchard. Orchard is a word, right? This kind of words will be asked for one word examination. This is the answer what we have to write in the examination. But they are asking what? A piece of land in which fruit trees are grown. ಹಣ್ಣಿನ ಮರಗಳು ಬೆಳೆದಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, fruit bearing trees grown in the land, that is called orchard. Right? The question will be asked for one word for a piece of land in which fruit trees are grown. What we have to write in the examination? Orchard. So what is the what type of question it is? One word. ಒಂದು ಪದದಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತರಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು. So orchard, quaint, creek. These are some good examples for one word questions. His orchard was gnarled, another word. A branch of a tree, right? ಮರದ ಕೊಂಬೆಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. Branch of a tree with twisted and lumps. What happens when the tree grows? When the tree grows, a plant grows into a tree, right? How it grows? With branches, right? So as it is growing and with its branches, what we have to do, if the tree should grow in a good way, we have to cut the branches. Otherwise, how they wish they are growing, right? What we have to do, if the plant should go in a good way, right? In a what ಆ ಗಿಡ ಮರ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ we have to trim, we have to cut the branches again and again. It will grow strong and beautifully, right? This is the way. If you leave or if you didn't do anything, the branches will grow according to their wish. They goes bend, they goes to this side, that side, and twisted like that. Right? Yeah. How the orchard was? His orchard was narrowed. Narrowed means here with the twisted hard looms. The branches were twisted. That doesn't look good. Narrowed with the twisted and looms. Branches grown awkwardly. Right. This is the correct word. Awkwardly. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮರಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಗಿಡಗಳು ಆ ಕೊಂಬೆಗಳು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೊಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ವಿಚ್ ವರ್ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್. Trees are not looking good. They are looking awkward. The branches grown awkwardly in the orchard. Here we came across now. He lived up in Rio and Medio. He lived up. Here we got a word. This gentleman lives in Rio and Medio. Right? He lives up in Rio and Medio. He lives up in Rio and Medio. That means he lived up in the mountains. This is a place located in the mountain. Right? He lived up in the mountains. His orchard, he is having a what this gentleman had. This gentleman lives in Rio and Medio. He is tilling the same land what his ancestors tilled. Right? He had a small house, but it was very fashioned in a old way. Right? And he had a orchard. In that one, the trees are not grow in a good manner. Right? This is the first paragraph tells us about old man's house and the land. The first paragraph describes. Let's see the second one. The day of the sale he came into the office. His coat was old, green and faded. I thought of Senator Catron, who has been such a power with these people up there in the mountains. Perhaps it was one of his old Prince Alberts. He wore gloves. They were old and torn, and his fingertips showed through them. He carried a cane, but it was only the skeleton of a worn-out umbrella. Behind him walked one of his innumerable kin, a dark young man, as I told in the beginning while introducing characters, a dark young man with eyes like a gazelle. Look at, let's discuss or know about the second paragraph. The day of the sale. Okay. So in the first paragraph you came to know that it took months of negotiation. Right? Here negotiation here refers what it refers? The day of the sale. ಮಾರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೋ. The day ಮಾರಾಟದ್ದೇನೋ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. The day of the sale, he came into the office. He here refers again, gentleman, Anselmo, right? The day of the sale, he came into the office. ಕತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋರು ಯಾರು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ? ಲೇಖಕರು. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ he ಅಂದ್ರೆ old man. He came into the office. Whose office did he come? Whose office did the old man come? Yes, our author's office. As he was a lawyer, he had his public office. His coat was old. This old man's coat, what he had wear, his coat was old, green and faded. Again, here the author used adjectives. Old, faded, right? Old, faded, green. It was green in color. The coat was green in color. It was old. It was old and faded. The color of the coat is dim. right? Colorless. The coat has lost its color, right? It was green in color and it is old and it is faded. It lost its color. That kind of coat was worn by the gentleman. I. Who is the I here? Yes, Arthur. I refers to Arthur. I thought of Senator Catron, who has been such a power with these people up there in the mountains. Here, when our author, the storyteller, saw this gentleman in his coated dress, suddenly another man comes up to his mind. To the author, by seeing that old man, Anselmo, he thought of suddenly as Senator Catron. Who was that Senator Catron? ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆ ಥರ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಹೌದು ತಾನೆ? ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರು, ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಆ ಥರ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ? Here is Senate. In America it is called Senate. A member of the Senate, Senator Catron, Thomas Benton Catron, his name is, a senator from New Mexico. He also belongs to the New Mexico, a member of the Senate. When the author saw the Don Anselmo, saw the old man in his coated dress, right? Coat dress. Suddenly the author had a picture of Senator Catron, who lived up in the mountains. Perhaps it was one of his old Prince Albert's. It was a coat which was worn by the old man. It was one of his Prince Albert's. Prince Albert's means a long double-breasted coat. Long double-breasted coat. Long coat. He wore gloves. What did he wear? He wear gloves. ಕೈಗೆ ಚೀಲಗಳನ್ನು ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. They wear. How are the gloves? These words describes his coat. Okay, now he had also wear gloves for his hands. They were old. The gloves are also old and torn. They were torn. Tear present tense. Tear torn. ಹರಿದೋಗಿದೆ. They were torn and his fingertips showed through them. So suppose if I wear gloves, how are the gloves of the old man? They were torn here. His fingertips were shown. ಬೆರಳ ತುದಿಗಳು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ಚೀಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹರಿದೋಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಕೈ ಗವಸುಗಳು. ಈ ಬೆರಳ ತುದಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಶೋನ್ ಥ್ರೂ them. He carried a cane. The first thing, what? The coat. Second, gloves. Third one, a cane. Cane means a stick. Usually, old people used to use a stick for the help to walk, right? For walking purpose, old people use stick. He carried a cane ಒಂದು ಕೋಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅವನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ, but it was only, do you know what it is? He is using a stick. He is using that thing as a stick. It is not a stake, right? It's a cane used by the old man. What it is? You will be surprised. It is what it is? It was only the skeleton of a worn out umbrella. Worn out, damaged umbrella. ಕಿತ್ತೋಗಿರುವ ಛತ್ರಿಯ ಬರೀ ಕಡ್ಡಿ ಉಳಿದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ. That was the cane. That cane the old man is using as his walking stick. Right? Just imagine how it looks. ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಚಿತ್ರ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳ? So this was the description of his manners. Manners means his appearance. The whole paragraph is telling about the appearance of the gentleman, old man. Behind him, walked one of his innumerable kin. Innumerable means countless. Asankyata. Many in number. We may say many in number. Innumerable. Kin. A dark young man with eyes like a gazelle. So as he was the oldest man of the village, he is having a large family. A big family is there. So many relatives are there. So many relatives. Right? Belongs to this old man. So one of his innumerable kin. ಹಾಗಿರುವ ಅಸಂಖ್ಯಾತ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ a dark young man, right? A dark young man whose eyes, how are his eyes? Like a gazelle, Gazelle, we know what it is? Type of a small deer, which has large, beautiful eyes. The ಸಣ್ಣ ಜಿಂಕೆ, right? ಹರಿಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. What do you say in Kannada? ಹರಿಣ. ಅದರ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳಿದ್ದಂಗಿದವನು, right? ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು. ಕರ್ರನೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ಸಣ್ಣ ಜಿಂಕೆಯ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳಿದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. He was a man, he was very obedient to this old man who walked one of his innumerable kin, dark young man with eyes like a gazelle. Right? This is about the appearance of the gentleman, his coat, his gloves, his cane, and about his assistant. The old man bowed to all of us in the room. Then he removed his hat and gloves slowly and carefully. Champlain once did that in a picture in a bank. He was the janitor. Then he handed his thing to the boy who stood obediently behind the old man's chair. Look at here. What happened? The old man, when he came into the office, right? The old man bowed to the people who were in the office. Why did he bow like this? Right? Yes, in showing respect, right? When the king calls the servant, what the servant is going to do? Like this. He will also bow to the king. Right? He bowed to all of us in the room. Why did he bow? He bowed to show respect, to greet them. Then he removed his hat. Look at here, he is also having a hat on his head. He removed his hat and gloves. Right? He removed his hat and gloves. How he removes? Slowly and carefully. Look at here. As we discussed about the adjectives there, here another kind of parts of speech we came across here. We came to know here. That is what we call as adverb. Verb means action words or may helping words. Eat, jump, run. That there is a word shows action. Verb. Right? Also helping verb. Is, am, are, was, well, can, could, will, would, shall, should. Like this. Add means kuru. Yakudake to the verb. That will become adverb. Right? If I add something to the verb, how it is? If I add something to the verb, then it becomes adverb. Right here. Here, what we came across here? Remove. He removed his hat. Remove. It's a verb. Remove is a verb. Right? Slowly. Remove slowly. Walk fast. Right? Sing melodiously. These are the verbs I added here. I added. Right? There is no need. There is no compulsory. There should be adverbs in front of verb. No. I walk. I eat. Right? If you wish to add something to the verb, I may add like this: remove slowly, walk fast, sing melodiously, write. Hello, my dear children, write neatly. Right? What the teacher said? Write neatly. Right? So these are adverbs. Okay. Now here the word which is added to a noun, it's called adjective. And a word which is added to a verb, it is called adverb. ಕ್ರಿಯಾಪದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು adverb ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾಮಪದ ಅಥವಾ ಸರ್ವನಾಮಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು adjective ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಷ್ಟೇ. This is the only difference. Okay? I will say you in a simple sentence. Word which tells about noun or pronoun, adjective. A word which tells about verb is adverb. Got it, my children? I hope you understood. Okay, let's finish the third paragraph. Then he removed his hat, gloves slowly and carefully. How the old man removed? He removed his gloves and hat very slowly and carefully. Why? Why he was very carefully? Why he was very careful? Because they are already torn. ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಹೊರದೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಹೊರದೋಗ್ತವೆ. Right? Carefully. Chaplin. Yes, I hope you heard this word. Charlie Chaplin. Right? Who is very famous comedian who shows his expressions with his actions. Right? He did not want to say anything with the help of his lips. If he would like to say anything, only through his actions, making comedy through his actions. He was famous as Charlie Chaplin. Chaplin once did that in a picture in a bank. He was the janitor. Once Charlie Chaplin was acting in a picture as a janitor in a bank. He did the same thing what our gentleman did. ಒಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಲಿ ಚಾಪ್ಲಿನ್ ಈ ಜೆಂಟಲ್ಮನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಆಗಿ ಜಾನಿಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಗ ಚಾರ್ಲಿ ಚಾಪ್ಲಿನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡಿಡ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ. ದ ಆಥರ್ is remembering Charlie Chaplin. So by watching the act of the old man, right, our author, the storyteller, recalls the act of Charlie Chaplin in a picture as he was acted as a janitor. Got it, my children? Then he handed his things. What were his things? Hat, gloves, cane. Okay, these things to the boy who stood obediently behind the old man's chair. Who was standing behind the old man's chair? A dark young man who has eyes like gazelle eyes, right? Who has eyes like a gazelle. That old man handed over all his things to that dark boy and he seated on the chair. So this was about his how he behaves in the beginning. I hope you understood all the three paragraphs. Okay, the remaining part of the lesson will be continued in the next class. Till then, take care. Okay, stay home, stay safe, and keep learning. Thank you.